I know it's like the Doug and Stacy live show again. We have to do these. We have to do these live shows because we're going to read these essays from these kids and show you their pictures. And we were about to. We were taping it, but what happens is
we're taping it. You're aging yourself.
We were recording it.
Yeah.
And it's going to take like 7 hours to upload. So if we just do a live show, we can read through them, and it posts up right away. Okay, so we know that the and we thanks, Bubba, and we know that we can do this, and then it'll upload right away. So it's easier for us, and plus we get to hang out and watch you guys comment and stuff. So we're just going to get started. We're going to read these essays. That's what this whole thing is about, guys. We're getting so many essays at the post office box. We can't keep up. Stacy went to the post office box, and she's like, I think we're going to need a bigger box. And so we're getting this stuff. We actually had one subscriber who watched our video when I did talking about the realities of the homestead, which I'll link right above right here, sent us a book about being a shepherd, which is very kind.
And then Mary, we want to thank Mary so very, very much. She sent us so many wonderful things for us to use at the homestead that that you wouldn't get
practical items.
Yeah, like oh my gosh, the socks for Doug and I, and gloves. He had holes in his.
Yes,
we needed socks. We needed gloves and things. Trivets, towels. Gloves for the stove. Everything I need. Yeah. My pot holders were bad. I needed another pair or so, and she sent me some. Thank you so much,
Mary.
So
kind.
We really could definitely use those things.
We appreciate our homestead homies. All right, so hopefully you guys leave a comment. Can you guys hear? Howdy, guys. A little hard to hear you. Yeah, I mean, we have a good professional.
Is this better? I'll get closer.
Testing. We put the microphone right here between us, and
is that better? Can you guys hear us?
I'm not getting any video or sound. Is it me or you? Try refreshing it if you're having problems with the video. Testing.
Like
this? Testing. They don't like that.
Don't break my thing. If you do live off grid and you have lanterns, the one thing that you need to get the most of is
globes.
That part, because that's what breaks a lot. I don't like that there.
What happened to Thursdays? We're still here the first Thursday of every month, but like I was talking about before you guys showed up. Why did you have to mess with me? Come on now, this is live TV. You don't want to see all this.
I don't want it to break.
Nothing's gonna break. We're just trying to make sure they can hear us. We are rigging it up so we can bring them these videos. And I don't want to waste too much time.
Okay.
All right.
Can you hear?
So we are still live on the first Thursday of every month, but we're going to slip in live shows here and there. And the reason why we're doing it today is because we have so much essays to read to you guys that we can't do a regular video because it takes like 7 hours to upload. Okay. So if you guys missed the live show today, it's no big deal. It'll post right after this, and then you can watch it and check out all the live essays and stuff like that. We hear y'all just fine. All right. So I'm not going to read any more comments for a little bit. We're just going to get right into the essays. We're going to show you the pictures, and that's what we're doing. We're just hanging out, and we're totally touched and moved by these young folks. You can probably hear me good fine because my voice carries. So when you when you speak, just make sure you're speaking up. But you don't have to like lean into it or anything. All right. So our first thing of letters is coming from Washington. It's a nice family that watches our channel. We live in on a small island in Washington, and I'm homeschooled with my 4 siblings. This is from Luke. He's 13. People have been homesteading for a very long time, and the foundation of the idea is tracked back to Genesis 4. We would like to start homesteading, and your videos are very helpful with getting us started. Right now, we have 6 sheep and 3 lambs. We also have chickens, and we share a dairy goat with our neighbors, which me and my sister milk once a week. I enjoy living here a lot, and I'm also very fond of wood carving, and it's a productive hobby. What homesteading means to me is to be self-sustainable and to be able to live off the land, and of course to watch Homesteading with Doug and Stacy. From your homestead homie, Luke. P.S. I'm not very good at drawing, so I sent a small carving instead. All right, you guys. So check this out. He whittled a picture of me. You see that? Look at that. So we got a little piece of wood, and then he whittled a carving there. That's pretty cool. Good job. All right. So let's see here. Here's the next letter.
Oh, these are all from his brothers and sisters.
These are all brothers and sisters. This is age 7. This is Beatrice Louise.
Beautiful name.
Yeah, we like the name. Her aunt is named
I have an Aunt
Beatrice.
B.
We call her Aunt B. I live on a farm in Washington, on an island, and we have 9 sheep who just had lambs. What are you doing?
I'm looking at the comment.
You're messing me up.
Sorry.
One was born on Christmas Eve, so we call them Christmas dinner. Then we had 2 more babies come out. We're new at this, so we just figure it out. Because it got really cold here, my dad and my brother Luke had to build a sheep shed in 2 days. We have 5 chickens. We used to have 7, but 2 of them got killed. Pa says that sometimes that's just part of homesteading. My cat is Muff, and she is Snuggly. She brings me mice every day as a treat. I also have a bunny named Bilbo. Sometimes my older sister collects his fur for spinning. What homesteading means to me is eating as much non-junk as you can. Our garden makes it easier to eat good food. We grow peas, potatoes, onions, tomatoes, kale, broccoli, Swiss chard, beets, spinach, squash, and lots of other things. I really like your show. My favorite one is the sore throat and mouthwash, and the debate about the chicken eggs or the duck eggs. I think the duck eggs are the best too. Happy homesteading, love B. And then she made a nice picture. There you can see there's her sheep in the pasture with her garden vegetables. All right. Good job, B. Okay, and then there's one more from this family. Last but not least, this is from a 4-year-old named Wilson. My name is Wilson, and I'm 4 years old, and he has very nice handwriting. I hope you had a good Christmas and Happy New Year as well. I really like you guys because we're best buddies. In our garden, we grow carrots, tomatoes, kale, squash, pumpkins, peppers, peas, and blueberries. We have to be careful with our sheep because there are coyotes and foxes around. To me, homesteading means that you get sheep and you grow a garden. And that's from Wilson. Good job, Wilson. And we are buddies. You're my little homestead homie. All right. And then this is a picture that he drew of Doug and Stacy. There's my hat. Good job.
Okay. So now this one is from Kate Taylor. She's from, I think, Alberta in Canada.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. All right. Dear Mr. Doug and Mrs. Stacy, for a little introduction, my name is Kate and I live in Alberta, Canada, in a rural town called Thorsby. I watch your video frequently. I'm 10 and we used to raise meat rabbits. My family grew a backyard garden. It was fun and fascinating to see how fast the plants produced. We are soon to be moving to an acreage in New Brunswick, if you know where that is. I drew a picture on the back. What I'm excited about is my grandma coming to live with us, freedom, teaching my billy goat how to cart, and starting my own business. I was thinking about a mushroom business, also starting a family alternative cabin business. And then here is her carting goat.
And then on the back, she even drew a picture of Canada. So she knocked out some geography and and her essay.
Yep.
Good job.
Thank you, Kate. Moving on.
All right. So, guys, if your kids are going to do the essays, we encourage you to get them sent in. We're trying to get everyone's in by the 15th, which is 2 more days. If you're a little bit behind, that's fine. But we're going to read all of them that want to be read. Sometimes they leave notes and they say, please don't read my essay on here. And then
oh, look at that artwork.
we're going to, finish up with them. But like I said, if you're just joining us, we are reading these because if we read them and videoed it, it takes like 7 hours. It would be more than upload.
That. Because if it took it like a half an hour.
Yeah, we do a video every day, but we have to get these out of the way, so we can bring them to you guys. And this is the best way to do it. We can hang out. We can read these essays to you guys, show you the pictures, and then it'll post right away. So thanks for bearing with us on this, and the kids really appreciate it too. All right, so here's a family. They live in Oklahoma. It is the Rosales family. They have a YouTube channel called Everyday Rosales, Rosalez. I think they just started it. Haven't checked it out, but we'll give it a checking out after we get done with all this stuff. All their kids drew some pictures. Cat. They really like our cats and our dogs. This is from Vincent. And then this is from Rebecca. Rebecca has me and Stacy in the garden there. That's really good. And there's one more of a dog. So they like our dogs and our cats. So now I'm just going to read their essays, and then you already saw the pictures. So this is from Vincent. His name is Vincent. He's 7 years old. He lives in Oklahoma. He likes dogs, ducks, and he likes our guineas.
So do I.
And then Rebecca, she is 8 years old, and she likes to have chickens and goats, and she likes our dogs and our cats. And she drew the pictures. Everyone's drawing pictures. So this is Maria. She's 9 years old. She says she lives in Oklahoma and she likes cats. They live in the country. They plan on getting dogs, cats, and chickens soon. We have a garden where we grow vegetables. My mom likes watching your videos, and I like your cats and dogs. And then she drew a picture of a cat that says, I like your videos. Okay. Hopefully you guys can hear and stuff. We're kind of battling with this microphone, and I'm trying to show you the pictures and moving back away from it. This is from Micah. He's 12 years old, and I like how you have lots of animals. We have a garden, and it's cool to see plants grow. We have a garden, but we don't have any animals yet. But the animals I would like to have most are cats, dogs, goats, chickens, and cows. And then Gabrielle says, what being a homestead homie means to me is working hard on your land so you can sustain you and your family for years to come. And then she drew a nice picture of a chicken, which is actually a really good drawing. They're all really good drawings, and we appreciate your essays and your letters. And maybe you guys want to check out Everyday Rosales.
Okay, next one is from Wellston, Oklahoma. Where's the picture? Here's our family.
This is the family from Oklahoma.
All right. Why I like to live on a homestead. I like living on a homestead because I like that we can have animals. I like living on a homestead because not a lot of cars come by. I also like living on a homestead because we can scream and we won't get in trouble. That's true. Another reason is because we can ride down the snowy hills and play in the water. I like living on a homestead because I can run around in the front yard and backyard. I also like living on a homestead because I can go to Grandpa and Grandma's house because they live on the same land as us. Another reason I like living on a homestead is because when it snows, we can make snow ice cream. I also like watching your videos. I also like hanging the clothes on the line with my mom. Love, Tatiana. Oh, and look at this. She did a wonderful picture of hanging clothes on the line. All right. Why I like to live on a homestead. I like to live on a homestead because I get to play outside on a humongous piece of land. I get to have a bunch of chickens and have delicious eggs. Even though the chickens are dumb as a stump, they still produce wonderful eggs. It's amazing how God makes such unique animals. I also love living on a homestead because when it snows, we get to make snow ice cream. I also like living on a homestead because we have to make all of our food unless we go to town, which takes 30 minutes to get anywhere. Another thing that is great about our homestead is that we get to be homeschooled, which is awesome. I have lived on a homestead for 3 years. My sister and I came to live with our mom and dad. I always used to live in town. There's more space and no crazy neighbors here. That's true. I like to watch your videos when you make cool stuff. I want to try STACY salsa. We just had some of that last night.
Yeah, taco night.
Your friend in Christ, Seth McElroy. And Seth is 12. And then I didn't say, is Katiana's 9.
Good job.
Okay. So thanks, guys. That's awesome. And they're from Oklahoma.
Okay. This is from Samantha, and she's 15, and they live in Missouri. You guys are all about teaching us to be better and to live healthier and live longer lives. Like Doug said, think Noah. Being a homestead homie is all about community, learning, working together, gardening, homesteading, raising animals, even if it's a small flock of chickens or ducks in your backyard. You have to start somewhere, so start small. Just go with the flow to go all the way off grid. I think it's cool you guys are 100% off grid, and I have horses and ducks and chickens and sheep and goats and dogs. My favorite dog is Faith. This page concludes what I think it means to be a homestead homie. Sincerely, Samantha. P.S. My mom makes healthier choices all the time thanks to Stacy. Thank you both for making videos, and I look forward to watching your videos every day. Good job.
Thanks, Samantha. All right, this next one is from Sammy from Danville, Pennsylvania. Oh, she's got some fancy paper. My name is Sammy, and I'm 9 years old. In our garden, we used to have tomatoes, peppers, cauliflower, cucumbers, carrots, radishes. And that's it. We live in Danville, Pennsylvania. We live near a horse show in Danville. Doug, you are really cool. And Stacy, I love your kitchen. It's so cool. Doug and Stacy, I love your horses. I am a big fan of horses. Doug and Stacy, I am a second grader. Doug and Stacy, you guys are my third favorite YouTubers. I love learning new stuff about homesteading from you guys, so we can have a homestead of our own one day, or day soon. Well, thanks so much, Sammy.
Sammy, you have to send us another letter and tell us who's your number 1 and number 2 favorite YouTubers.
All
right. Now these are from North Carolina. This is from Kaylin. All right.
You need to move in the picture more. You're not even.
No,
okay?
The screen's over.
Okay.
They can see it fine. All right. This is my homestead. We work on a farm. We are there to garden. Where there are 2 gardens, a pond, an orchard, and animals. There are about 60 chickens and about 20 ducks, rabbits, 3 geese. There's 4 rabbits, 3 geese, 3 sheep, and mosquitoes. A mosquito fish, a great Pyrenees puppy named Ellie, and 9 pigs. There is a wood stove that makes the house warm during winter. In the gardens and greenhouse, we grow kale, corn, broccoli, potatoes, tomatoes, sweet potatoes, and a lot of other stuff. In the orchard, we grow pears, apples, and other stuff. We make soup using missing that one, and other stuff. We can food and make yummy cheese. We burn candles using tallow. We have soldier flies that we use to feed the chickens. We build a chicken tractor where the chickens sleep so we can move them around using a mule to pull it. We have medicine like fire cider. I feed the sheep every day with my granddad. Their names are Ramses, Brown, and Swirl, and Snowlash. Ellie lives with the sheep. I love my homestead. That's from Kaylin, age 9, North Carolina. Good job.
Yeah.
You guys have good stories. We like to hear your stories about you on the homestead and what you're doing. Sammy's favorite YouTubers is that YouTuber, and her is Cookie Swirls. Sammy's #1 favorite YouTuber is that YouTube family, and her #2 is Cookie Swirl. All right, we got immediate answers to the question. Okay, let's see. This is from Josh from North Carolina. Hi, I'm Josh, and I'm almost 10. He's 9. He's almost 10. Our homestead is a joy. We live completely off-grid with solar panels. We have lots of animals: geese, ducks, chickens, pigs, rabbits, dogs, sheep, and cats. Well, sort of. The cats just like to roam our homestead.
Yeah, they sure do.
The first part of this book is about animals. The second is about the garden. I will answer some of my questions about animals. Why geese? Well, my grandfather never has time to mow, so throw in some geese and the mowing's done. You can use the feathers to make stuff like you can use the feathers to make stuff, their poop for fertilizer, and their delicious meal. Geese, though, may only eat greens, Swiss chard, grass, lettuce, and kale. You may also eat their delicious eggs. They're beautiful when they swim. Why ducks? Well, ducks do the same thing as geese do, and the geese won't eat some things the ducks will. And they eat greens also, and eat annoying bugs that invade the garden. Why pigs? Well, pigs eat your leftovers. We have a pig bowl, and for anyone who can't finish their food, then we dump it and give it to the pigs. I suggest pigs as well. You don't have to feed them pellets. They graze in kennels and aren't as aggressive as other pigs, and are only about to eat a medium-sized dog. Oh, they only get to be about the size of a medium-sized dog.
Oh, wow.
Why chickens? This is very essential animal for the homestead. They are so easy to care for, and you get a lot from them. You get eggs, up to a dozen, sometimes even more, fertilizer for your garden, and meat. Throw your scraps to them every day. Scratch is like corn. Let them out every day. Make sure you have a fence around your property. If not, keep them in the chicken coop. We also have a chicken bowl, but don't feed them citrus or nightshade plants such as morning glory. It poisons them. Chickens also scratch up the spring garden and make the way for the fall garden. Why rabbits? Rabbits are for meat and fertilizer. They keep your rabbits, construct a building and hang cages in there. Put the rabbits in the cages every morning. Give them clumps of greens as big as the rabbits. If they don't have time, put a handful of pellets in a feeder. Why sheep? These are another mower. They also provide fertilizer and provide up to a quart of milk a day. Think about when you want a sheep to have their lambs. That's when you feed them. The lambs will come out, and the time later, give them pellets and garlic powder when you're feeding them. Why dogs? Dogs are guardians, and you must pick the right breed or else. I suggest the book Livestock Guardian Dogs for how to use and train and act with dogs. It's really helpful. That's the report on animals. My favorites are the rabbits and the dogs. Our gardens are where we grow our food, obviously. We have two gardens. The lower garden and the upper garden. We grow 1.25 acres of our garden. We used the back to eat method, but we had so much clay that we must use permaculture. Why not we try not to till often, so instead we use a broad fork, and that doesn't mess up the soil. We love our homestead, which is named SCL Farms. See you on the next time on the homestead. Man, good job. Very thorough. Sounds like you're learning a lot of
presenting
stuff.
at the next Homestead conference.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Wow. Good job.
All right, so this next one is from Indiana. And it's from Hope. Okay. Dear Doug and Stacy, I am a stay-at-home dad. Oh, wait a minute. A dad? I didn't read this one. Oh, so he's writing for the kids. Okay. So Hope and Faith are both the kids. I'm a stay-at-home dad of 3 girls and a boy due in April. We watch her videos all the time. Faith is 5 years old. Hope is 4. Piper is 1. We live on a small homestead of 6 acres, and we have 60 chicks, 18 Boer goats, plus 6 babies, 1 alpine goat, 3. I can't see that. 1 boar, something. One large black hogs, 12 babies, 10 Muscovy ducks, 5 Nigerian dwarf goats, 18 New Zealand rabbits. The girls wanted to just do one essay for both. It sounds like 2 people talking an essay. We are Faith and Hope Willever. We have a large garden, huge fruit trees everywhere. We play under the trees. We plant berry bushes every year. They're everywhere. We raise all our food we can. 18 breed rabbits, large black hogs. They have new babies. There are lots of meat goats. They are having babies now. They're so cute. Dad milks our dairy goats. We help. We help with all the chores. Mom has alpacas. We have chickens everywhere. There are ducks too. Dad does medicine plants like Stacy. We love being Homestead homies with that silly Doug. Thank you. We just love telling people how we live with barn chores. Hope from Indiana. Whoops.
I know. It's hard to keep it up there.
Thank you, guys. All right. Hope and Faith.
Hope and Faith. We have a Faith. I'm Casey. I live in Missouri. I'm 8 years old. So this is Casey. She lives in Missouri. She's 8 years old. She says, make sure you give Doug and Stacy's video a big thumbs up. Okay. My name is Casey. I live in Missouri. I'm 8 years old. We homeschool and we love it. Dear Stacy, we're not Homestead homies yet, but we watch your channel all the time. But if we were, I would get eggs from chickens, feed goats, and milk the cows. I love your hat. I love your hats. I have one that looks like yours. We have a garden and a small berry garden. I really would like to have chickens, goats, and cows. For now, I have 2 dogs, 2 cats, and I really don't know how many fish we have. Doug is funny. I love your cuckoo clock, and when Doug says you just got cuckooed, that makes me laugh, and I say it as well. Someday I hope to visit your homestead so I can be on a real one and help with your animals. Thanks, Homestead homie Casey. All right, good job, Casey.
Thanks, Casey.
And we like your hat in that picture. And then she drew a nice picture. Hopefully, Stacy.
Okay, next one is from Wyoming. Good old Wyoming. It's from Evelyn. Okay. So this is from Evelyn, and I think her sisters, Brooke and Kylie, are going to kind of help, and they're helping her in this too. So Mr. Doug and Mrs. Stacy, thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to write to you. My name is Evelyn. We live in the middle of nowhere, Wyoming. We just started our own YouTube channel called Altogether Extraordinary. So they started a new YouTube channel. So it's called Altogether Extraordinary. Since we started this YouTube thing and only recently started following you guys, my mom, little sister, and I decided to write this essay together in a last-minute joint effort. My dad's working out of town at the moment, or he would help too. And we're not even sure if it will make it to you in time. I'm sorry if that's not allowed, but to me, homesteading is a big family effort, and that's so true. So this paper reflects just that. Also, it's going to be fun to write about our homesteading and share it with someone else. Again, my name is Evelyn. I'm 12 years old, and I have many responsibilities on our slowly growing homestead. However, let's back up a little bit to about a year ago. We lived on a gigantic farm of 5,000 sheep and 1,000 acres of cash crops. Because my dad was kind of like the farm foreman or farmer's first mate or whatever you want to call it, he knows his stuff about animals and fixing everything. We didn't just have sheep. There were cows, goats, and pigs. None of them belonged to us, but we got to help out and enjoy the big farm life while we were there. During that time, we got our own flock of chickens and started gardening a tiny bit. God has different plans for us, though, and my dad was able to take a different job. We got a new place with just a few acres, and now we see him a whole lot more. And my mom doesn't have to worry about all the gigantic tractors anymore. Homesteading to me, as the oldest kid in my family, means a whole lot of poop and water. Yes. Seriously, the poop never ends and the water never ends. And sometimes the poop is in the water. Just kidding, but it's true. Homesteading is all about living off our land and not relying on the city or the grocery stores. I want to say that farming and homesteadings are two completely different things. Trust me, I know. Big farming is helping the grocery stores out a lot, and homesteading is helping your family out. Back to what homesteading means to me. It means a whole lot of keeping up things, making sure the animals have enough food and water, especially in the wintertime, because it can get 40 or 50 below zero here in Wyoming.
Oh, thank you.
My dad has allowed me to be the main caregiver for our birds. I love animals, which is probably why we have, as my dad says, 40 billion cats and chickens. We have 2 ducks, 2 red bourbon turkeys, 37 chicks, 1 Bantam Americana rooster, and currently 8 chicks in the bathtub because a sneaky hen got broody and did a good job. But it was like 0 degrees out, and we had to bring them inside. Unfortunately, 3 or 4 of them are looking like they'll be roosters. Our extra bathroom has served great as a brooding house this year, but my dad says he's had enough. We are hoping to build a barn for our animals this year because they have outgrown the small enclosures and sheds that we have. I sold a lot of eggs last year, but hope to get a better system down this year and sell even more. We do all kinds of things like burning and recycling our own trash, hunting large game animals like antelope and elk, trapping coons and predatory animals to protect our birds. Hard-headed and difficult to kill sometimes. Baking everything from scratch, brewing kombucha, tons and tons of canning, home remedies for illnesses, sewing, and homeschooling. My mom helped me realize that all of this was part of homesteading. I thought it was just stuff you did because we've always done these things, and chickens and animals and the garden were the homestead. I want to focus on the firewood for a minute, though, because I'm in charge of it when Dad has to go out of town. On the fall weekends, my dad has his friends go up to the mountains to cut down several cords of wood because that's our heat source. Then my dad measures and cuts the wood to fit into the wood box inside the house. After it is cut, we help split it and stack it on the wood pallets and cover it to keep the snow off. Every couple days, we all have to help refill the wood box in the house, and let me tell you what, hauling wood in negative 30 degrees temperature is not for the faint of heart. Thankfully, the wood heat warms you up afterwards, and there's something said about wood heat. Something else we do a ton is fishing. We fish all summer and fall and stock up on in the freezers. We fish in the winter, and then we eat it right away. We love fresh trout, crappie, and walleye. My little sister is sick today with a bug, but she doesn't have to do quite as much as me yet. She does help feed the animals, and she said she likes kombucha, fishing, and baking and making things. Over the next few years, we hope to grow our homestead by adding a beehive. I hope to make this my baby because I love bees and honey. Meat birds for butchering. I won't do that. That's my dad's chore. An actual wood cook stove with an oven, not just our big fireplace. A milk cow, wind energy, more permaculture, which is landscape that feeds you, a barn, and a greenhouse. Our growing season is a small window here in the summer, so we have to sprout everything indoors while there's still a couple feet of snow on the ground. I pray I never have to move into town because I love the way we live in the country, and saying goodbye to my chickens would break my heart. I'm sorry this got so long, but we were just talking about stuff, and I kept writing, and this is what we ended up with. My mom is going to type this now so that you can read it because my soul is a chicken, and my mom says I have chicken scratch writing. Much love from your new homestead homie, Evelyn, Faith, and Brooke and Kylie. P.S. Mr. Doug, my sister and I think your beard is pretty fabulous. My daddy used to have one like that on the farm, but his is fire red, and he keeps it trim and neat now since he works with the public. I also like all your helpful tips about chickens. They help me a lot. Well, thank you, guys. That was awesome. And then here's a picture. Show the picture.
I love it. You guys do such a good job with these essays. We already read these?
Yeah. Oh, is this one done too?
Yeah, that was the picture.
And you got that one?
Yep.
Oh, we got them all.
Wow. Again, guys, thanks for hanging in there with us. There's 100 plus people right here right now. So what we want to explain is that we had to do a live show to read all these essays. If we were to video this and then try to post it up for us, it'd take like 7-8 hours.
Probably more than that.
So it's a lot easier for us to live stream it for you guys and then just post the video up. So thanks a lot for coming and hanging out with us. We're going to take a few questions and hang out for just a few minutes because we got stuff to do. Bubba's asking about the ice storm. We haven't had a lick of ice or rain or anything.
They canceled schools. Everything.
The sky is falling. The sky is falling. Last night, her phone was blowing up. She doesn't work today anyways, but they were sending out messages. School's closed. School's closed. Apparently, my buddy lives down in St. Louis. They're telling people don't be on the roads.
Don't even go anywhere.
Don't even go anywhere. The stores were packed. When you went to the store yesterday, it was packed.
I just ran into our little town, and there's no one ever at the store, and I had to wait in line there.
So nothing's going on here yet, but it could come. So it's best to be
this
prepared.
weekend we're gonna get it late tonight. So we're gonna have an ice storm this weekend.
The stuff in between the logs right here, that's called chinking. You put it in. The stuff that I used is called log jam. You get it. It comes in like a big caulking tube. It works very well because it expands and contracts with the heat and the temperatures, and it doesn't really pull away from the logs. I did a lot of research when I was doing it, and then that's the stuff that I went with. It comes in a couple different colors, and it was very easy to use and to put up. Okay, so we're just going to take a few more questions. If you guys got questions, make sure you're posting them in all caps. If you posted them earlier and we didn't get to them, you can post them again. Stacy, can you do a video on natural remedies specifically for women, yeast infections, not menstrual cramps, and that type of thing?
That's a really okay. I will. That's a really good one.
Done.
I'll do it.
All right. The alpaca fibers are beautiful, and I'm loving the Homestead Homey Honey.
Oh, Heidi,
Thank
you get
you,
it?
Doug and Stacy. And I'm sure Mr. Rain is enjoying his new suspenders, and I'm looking for Mr. Rain to be sporting those suspenders in his next live show or video. All right. All caps. Hey guys, I'm sharpening knife with my Edge Pro watching y'all. Remember, safety number one on the Homestead. Well, good job, William, and I'm sure it's a good system for you. We really enjoy it. Stacy did some butchering the other day after I used the knife sharpener.
Oh, it was wonderful. You know what? Having a sharp knife is totally crucial, and it really is.
That's it.
Especially with that butchering and everything you do, because it makes life so easy.
Right, and we do a lot because we have the chickens, we're doing turkeys, we're fishing, so all of our knives need a nice razor sharp edge on them. Yeah. And now after I get them good and sharp, I can use that ceramic and sharpen them up until it takes a while to actually get it dulled down again. Hey Stacy, how about an elderberry tincture video?
Didn't I do one?
We did one. Go and check it out.
No, I didn't do the tincture on. I did like a cough syrup.
Oh, the syrup.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I love elderberry.
Elderberry is number one. We use it a lot on our Homestead. You guys are sharp as it gets. Yeah, but there's no knife sharpener in this video. All right. Can you do more videos on the wood cook stove cooking? I was thinking about that because we need to do more videos about the wood cook stove, because I know a lot of you guys are new to homesteading and new to this kind of lifestyle. So it would be good to have a tutorial. Now, we can, of course, only show you about the wood stove that we have, which is a Baker's Choice.
We have a very basic model. I mean, They make just like you get regular conventional stoves.
There's more high tech.
Yeah, because you can get them and you can control. They have see-through glass ovens. You can control your temperature for an hour. I mean, mine. I have more of a primitive one. Yeah. So sometimes I burn things. Some things it takes longer to cook. I mean, but yeah, we should.
I think we're going to do more wood cooking stove videos, how to adjust the heat, and stuff like that. I mean, that's a good idea. I was thinking about that already.
Because you know what? If you're thinking about getting a wood heat source for your cabin or your homestead, whatever you're doing, this thing does a couple things. It cooks and it heats your house, and I love it.
What do you do for hot water? On the back of that stove is eight gallon reservoir where you put the water in and it heats up.
And then I have a little faucet.
Yeah, and there's a little faucet on the back. We'll show you that in one of our videos coming up. We'll take you kind of around the whole stove. I've done stove videos as far as cleaning them, doing
but we
a little
never did
maintenance.
that. Yeah, like.
But we never really got into cooking with it and using all the different functions. Also, here I'll show you. Right there, you can see there's a large stainless steel pot. We keep that full of water, and it helps with evaporating water into the air because your wood cook stove is really going to dry you out. It takes all the moisture out of the air. But also that's also a lot of hot water that we use. Go ahead.
One thing I'll say is when we first got here, we had the teapot. I had like a gallon teapot. We put the teapot in there and let it go. And I noticed that, you're still kind of a little dry. So I started putting a big, huge stock pot. And I even put a bowl of water on the floor back there too. I just kind of put water everywhere. So I've noticed now that it's not really dry in here anymore. Yeah. So I just try to have water boiling everywhere to kind of put more humidity into the air, water in the air.
All right, Sammy wants to know what's your favorite colors. Sammy wrote an essay.
Oh, Sammy, my favorite colors? Ooh, I don't know. That's hard. It just depends. I really do like purple. I have purple on.
Yeah, I
like.
Purple. I know them. I don't know why.
And I like turquoise.
Yeah.
Turquoise and purple are like. I like those.
And she likes black and yellow. And mine are. I'm pretty much a rainbow guy. I dig all the colors.
You're a rainbow guy.
I don't have. In the Noah's Ark sense, not in the hijacked sense.
Yeah.
But I don't have any favorite colors. But blue and my eyes are like that greenish color. That those are pretty cool. I want your hat. I love it. Mine are Stacy's.
Oh, you should see! I got the best deal. I was at the resale shop, and he's got the hat that he's wearing is a beaver hat.
Yeah.
And I got a beaver hat, brand spanking new with the tags on it still for $1. So I'll be sporting that soon because it's pretty cool.
Don't worry, Mr. Rain. I said we'll give you a full walk around of our stove, but yeah, it has its own spigot, so you don't have to dip it. You just turn on the nozzle, and it's just like a hot water.
And it didn't come that way. We had to rig it up. Put the little.
It comes.
You can't
that way. To do it, you just have to finish the necessity of the plumbing and the handle, what kind of spigot you want to use. But the reservoir is there. It's already threaded. That's how it comes. All right. Let's see. Your stove is a baker's choice, isn't it? Yeah, it's baker's choice. What is the best laying chicken?
The best laying chicken, you think?
We have a couple favorites.
Well, okay. And last time someone asked this before, and I don't know why I didn't forget this, but I really like the barred rocks.
Yeah.
I especially like the barred. This doesn't have anything to do with laying, but I really like the barred rock roosters. They, by far, are the best, most wonderful rooster. They're never mean. We've always had great luck with them. I've always had a little trouble with all other kinds of roosters, but the barred rocks have always been good. But for laying, our white rocks, the white rocks do really well. The Rhode Island Reds are awesome. Our Golden Comets, actually, there's not a lot of meat on them, but the Golden Comets are excellent layers that we have.
They're just, It all boils down to personal preferences. Some people swear by Australops and some people like the Rhode Island Reds. You just got to kind of find what fits for you. Stacy, how's your cat doing?
Oh, I'll bring him in.
It's fantastic. If you follow us, no, that's all right. Oh my goodness. If you follow us on Instagram and Twitter, we just posted up some videos some picture today of him. We were giving him some yogurt this morning. He's still on the mend. Even since the last video we did, his scar has shrunk. I think he's like the new. He's big boy.
See?
And you can see it. It's just barely there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's doing really good.
Half of his whole neck was gone, you guys. The skin's rejuvenated.
There's only a little bit left.
Look at that. The skin's rejuvenated.
All this was gone.
The hair's growing back. He has one little bitty pipe hole there.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah, you better get him out of here. He's going to scratch you up. He's really doing good, though. Thanks for asking. I saw the picture on Facebook, and it's amazing how much better he looks since the last video. Yeah, and we shoot our videos pretty much in real time. So when I posted that video, we shot it like was it the afternoon before we posted it, or it might even have been the morning of us posting the video. So he is really doing really good.
And he posts himself out by the front door because he likes his little treats.
Yeah, and he lays there, and all the other cats we have, They come and lay with them. Everyone keeps each other warm. Okay, how do you know what is the best wood stove to get? I haven't moved yet, but in March, my sister said road hard to get down. She doesn't have 4x4.
The best wood
Oh,
stove.
the road's hard to get down. She doesn't have a 4x4. All right, so the best wood stove to get is you have to look at everything about the wood stove.
I'll tell you the one to get.
It depends on how much space that you're wanting to heat. So each wood stove is a different size. The firebox is a different size, and it's going to heat X amount of square feet. That's why we went with the Baker's Choice, because we were looking to heat a small square foot area, but we could have stepped it up a notch and got the one she wants to get, which is
an Ashland Deluxe.
Ashland Deluxe.
It's wonderful.
The Pioneer Princess is a very good stove.
Get those. Yeah, those two. But yeah, around here, from now, me personally going into the Amish homes, talking to the Amish ladies, some of these ones that have had ones handed down to them, some of them when they get the one that they wanted, the one that they want, and we've had 3 families that have gotten them just recently, the Ashland Deluxe, because you can control the temperature. I mean, it is fabulous.
And it helps that the Ashland Deluxe is made by a brother of someone who lives in our Amish community. So, the top nepotism. You guys warm my heart. I look forward to your videos. Well, thank you. That was very kind. His provisions. I appreciate that. Does yours? Oh, we got an essay collapse. Guys, we're gonna have to move the essays. They cannot handle the weight and be on the door. So we're trying to figure out where we're gonna put them at.
I'm just getting put now.
All right, so Dawn wants to know if our wood stove makes the cabin hot too much in winter, or is it easy to control the amount of heat? We're going to go over that in our videos that we're going to do. You can control the heat by the airflow that comes in. And our stove on a really super cold day, we really got to keep it chugging right along. On regular winter days, it does just fine.
Oh yeah, our house. People think, "Aren't you freezing or freezing?" Our house is always comfortable. And let's say it does get too hot, you just crack a window.
Yeah, or you choke it down, and then that'll starve it for air. All right. I think we're going to wrap it up, guys. We wanted to read you guys these essays. We're all caught up on essays now. We want to thank all the Homestead homies, the little youngsters, for sending in your essays, and for you parents that are homeschooling. Hats off to you. Tip of the hat, because I mean it's a good thing that you're doing. You guys are staying focused. You're not co-opting your kids out to government. And if you are sending your kids to public schools, we're not downing on it, but we are just giving some kudos to people that are taking the initiative, homeschooling with their kids, and we really appreciate the essays. Mary?
Oh, I want to thank Mary so much. She sent Doug and I just all these little goodies to help us on the homestead, from gloves to socks to trivets to pot holders and gloves. I mean, wonderful things that truly we use so much and needed. So thank you so much, Mary.
Can you recommend a way to keep your animal waters from freezing without electricity? Change it often, and there you go. I mean, that's the only way you can do it. There's no magic way. Right. There's no warming up rocks and put it in there, because the rock's going to get cold. In case you didn't know, too, hot water actually freezes faster than cold water. So if you take out hot water, it's actually going to freeze up faster.
And then one thing that's very, very important, if you live in cold climates and you are trying with the ice, you need to get those, what are they called, the plastic,
they're like Rubbermaid farm, you get them at the farm stores.
Those are the
best. Rubber feeder water
they
trays.
Come in a bucket, they come in little ones, big ones, like dog bowls to big huge ones. Those are the ones you should invest in. You will never need to get another one again. You could throw them on the ground and then the ice breaks. Those are the best ones to get, the rubbery ones. Don't get any other material, don't get plastic, don't get metal, anything. You want those rubbery ones.
Yeah, the Texas boys did the essay. I see they're here watching. All right. So let's see. Doug and Stacy, P.O. Box. What was Beth saying? Buff Orpington hens make great mothers. Yes. Keep up the good work. I told you we were moving off grid with 7 kids on Thanksgiving Day to raw land in the mountains of North Carolina. It has been rough but amazing at the same time. Growing daily. That's right. Do the best you can.
Where you are.
She got it. All right, guys, seriously, we're going to wrap it up. We want to thank everybody for taking time out and coming and hanging out with us. We don't want these live shows to be like every other day or something. It's just the way that it's been. If you ordered a SCOBY from us, SCOBYs are in the mail. If you got a chopper from us, we were waiting on 1 or 2 more. We're going to get those in the mail. I mean, it's going to be like early next week. You're going to get them by next week. Thanks again for hanging in there with us. And we're slow on that stuff, but we will get it to you. And if you want a kombucha SCOBY, all you have to do is email us, growinginfaithfarm@gmail.com. Don't forget the knife giveaway. It ends tomorrow, so you have a couple more videos to maybe see the knife sharpener in the video. So I said a couple more videos because we post every day. It's a couple more days. So a couple more chances to see the knife see the knife sharpener in the video, and make sure you say you guys are sharp for your chance to win. Thanks, everybody. We definitely see you guys every time you share on Facebook, every time you tweet our videos, every time on Instagram you're tagging us, and all that stuff is counting towards the Homestead Homie of the Month, and we'll be picking one at the end of this month and every month in the year of 2017. And what do they win?
Well, I wish we had one to show. A cuckoo clock, not a cuckoo clock, a cast iron clock.
Where are you? Who are you?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a Lodge cast iron skillet, and what Lehman's has done, it's an exclusive for Lehman's, and we don't have any affiliation with them, but they've cut out the center of it and they put a clock in there. So we thought that would be cool for you guys.
And he really liked it.
I thought it was really a great idea.
It's a real cast iron pan.
That was my brainchild.
And if you guys aren't already getting a catalog from Lehman's,
you might want to check it out.
LEHMANS from Lehman's. Go ahead and get it because it's pretty neat. It's a non-electric catalog.
Right. We ordered a few things out of there. You just got to kind of shop around, see what the best price is. But I just thought it was neat. It was my brainchild. So if you guys don't like the idea or you think it's too commercial, or whatever, people say we give too much giveaways. We're talking about too much stuff. If you guys don't like it, I'm the blame for it. But I thought it was a great idea. All right. So Rain Country Homestead does awesome work on making Stacy's skirt. Yes, Rain Country Homestead.
Oh my gosh, go check out Heidi.
Heidi does a
Rain
great
Country,
job.
She is like the master of the patch skirts. They're beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You all need to get one. So check her out at her on her Facebook. Is that right, Heidi?
Yeah, she's got Facebook. Yeah. She got
I'm so untechnical.
Yeah,
but you have to just go to her site.
Mr. Rain will leave a link in the chat room right now. He'll leave a link for his YouTube channel so you guys can go check it out. Yeah. And if you want
crochet and aprons for Heidi too.
And those, by the way, the clock from Lehman's is battery operated, so that it's off grid. All right. We are going to wrap it up. Thank you guys for tuning in. We really do appreciate it. Over 116 Homestead homies watching right now. You guys are awesome. You always show up. We try to tweet to you guys, and we try to Instagram you guys and let you know if we're going live. Also, too, on the 15th, we had somebody that watches us on, follows us on Instagram, watches our videos, but they want us to do a live Instagram thing. We've never done that before, so we're going to do it on the 15th, which is Sunday. We're going to squeeze it into our day for just a little bit. But you guys, first off, if you're on Instagram, you have to go to our page, and then you have to hit the 3 dots up in the top right-hand corner as you're looking at it, and then you have to say get notifications. Because what happens with these live feeds is when we do them live, you can watch them, but as soon as we're done with them, they disappear. Poof, see you later, gone. So plus I can see your comments coming up, and you guys can ask questions while we're doing the live feed. It'll be the first time we've ever done it, and we're going to do it on the 15th at some time during the day. I'll try to give you guys a heads up, and hopefully you guys will check that out if you're on Instagram. We have about 3,500 people following us on Instagram. We're slackers on Twitter. We have like under 1,000. So if you guys are on Twitter and you're not following us on Twitter, please, when this is over, go over there, follow us on Twitter so we can get more Twitter homies, spreading the word that way. And Facebook is doing really good. I don't know how it works or anything, but we're getting tons of friend requests, and we have fun with it. And we try to post some things there that we don't post on our videos or on Instagram. Anything else?
You're wearing me out.
We got stuff to do before the big storm of 2017 comes. Everyone's going to lose electricity.
We don't care.
So, Doug and Stacy feel all right. Our day is going good, Thomas. You just caught the tail end. We're wrapping it up. Thanks all you guys for watching. Thank you guys for sending in your essays. We really do appreciate you guys.
I know there's more there now today.
Yeah, we appreciate the interaction with you guys, and we'll see you guys on the next video. This is Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. I'm Doug.
I'm Stacy. See you guys later.